Hi, everybody. My name is Joanne Ingram, and I'm a school physical therapist for the County of San Bernardino. And you received a link to this video as part of County Schools Distance Learning Program because your child has physical therapy in their classroom at school. Today, we're going to focus on passive range of motion and stretching. So, sorry about the dog. This is for kids that do not have a lot of active movement, or for those children that are able to walk but have a specific issue with tendon tightness in one arm or leg or joint. So let's get started right away. I have Jake laying on the floor, but you can do this just as easily on a bed or a couch if you have difficulty moving your child up and down from the floor. So we're going to start with the leg, and I'm going to show you the technique on one arm and one leg. But if your child just in general does not have a lot of active movement and isn't able to direct their movement voluntarily, you want to do both legs, both arms. And of course, if your child has a specific issue in one joint or limb, you're fine to focus just on the area where the problem is. Okay, so we're going to start with knee to chest. And I'm just going to take Jake's leg straight up toward his chest. I'm going to keep it in a nice straight line with his body. And I'm just going to take it gently up until I start to feel resistance. Okay. When I feel resistance, I'm going to stop and hold for 30 seconds. And 30 seconds is just the amount of time that tight tendons need to slowly release and get longer. So always remember, there's more benefit to doing one long stretch than doing several short ones. Okay, I'm going to bring his leg. Let me have you shift this way a little bit, Jake. Yeah. I'm going to bring his leg back to 90 degrees, or as close as I can get it. I'm going to leave his upper leg there and just bring his lower leg in across his body. And just stretch right there, 30 seconds. I'm not doing the whole hold here in this demonstration. Just always remember, the longer you hold, the more beneficial it is. Okay. Then I'm going to bring his leg down. I'm going to turn his knee straight up toward the ceiling and just slide that leg out to the side. If he starts to roll or turn the leg, I'm just going to back off and turn it straight up again. That way you have the muscles in the inner thighs stretching, and you don't have him compensating by rolling that leg out. Okay, so it's just a nice, easy slide out to the side. Okay, let me have you shift up a little bit, Jake. So stretching the back of the knee, I'm just going to give him a rolled up beach towel, elevate his heel, and I'm going to let gravity do all the work. I'm just going to hold, make sure that his leg is turned straight up, and just let him rest there with gravity, stretching those tendons in the back of the knee. So even if your child looks more like this, that's fine. Take it out as straight as you can. Kind of sneak that roll out a little bit further and let it stretch. Okay, and shift up one more for me, Jake. Thank you. Okay, and the ankle is always a problem spot. So I'm going to show you how to stretch the Achilles tendon or the heel cord, and it's this big, thick tendon in the back of the ankle. So what happens is if you just press on the foot, you're going to get a lot of bend in the foot and not a lot of stretch on that tendon, because that tendon's so tough, the foot's going to flex before the tendon stretches. So what I'm going to do is grab his heel with my hand, pull that heel straight down away from my child's head, and then use my forearm against the whole surface of their foot to stretch the foot toward the head. So while I press the foot up, I'm pulling on the heel down. Once again, 30-second hold so that tight tissue has time to get longer. Okay, and the straight leg raise, just going to go ahead with the knee as straight as you can get it. It's okay if you're doing it right here. Okay, and you're just going to keep the knee up and lift that leg as high as you can. Jake's kind of flexible there, so your kids will probably be more here like this, lifting as soon as you feel resistance. Just stay there and let it stretch. All right, I'm going to have Jake shift down so I can show you the arm. I'm going to give him a little pillow, not too big, so it doesn't get in the way. Let me have you go one scoot more, Jake. Very good. So I'm going to start with an overhead movement. I'm going to bend his elbow and take his arm straight overhead as far as he can go. I'm going to keep that arm in a nice straight line with his body. Not going to let it sag out to the side. Elbow in. Bring it up as high as you can till you feel resistance and let it stretch. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead, set that elbow down and bring it out away from your child's body as far as you can. If you can get to 90 degrees between the upper arm and the body, that's great. If not, you can do these rotations from wherever you're at. And you're just going to let that forearm come back toward the floor or the bed and let it stretch. And other direction, let that forearm come forward. Here you can see Jake's shoulder starting to pop up. That means he's done. He's tight right there. So that's where he's going to stretch. 30 seconds. Okay. And then back to this outside rotation. Doesn't matter if you can't get it all the way down to the surface, wherever it needs to be, and just continue to bring that elbow up toward the ear as far as your child's range of motion will let you, and stretch. Okay, so once again, this is just the forearm turned down and the elbow sliding along the floor toward the ear. Okay, I'm going to switch over here and show you the elbow. So in stretching the elbow, you want to try to turn the hand palm up. If you can't get it all the way up, that's fine. Just turn as much as you can and stretch that elbow toward the straight position. Okay, if your child is super tight in the arm, you can use your leg to give you a little fulcrum, a little bit of leverage. Relax, please. So that you can put a stretch on that arm without working quite so hard. And remember, trying to turn that hand up. Okay, Jake, let me have you shift up just a little bit so I can show them the hand. So a lot of kids that are tight have their wrist flexed and their fingers fisted. And they'll be turned over down like this. So you're going to start by bringing that forearm to a palm up position and then stretch the hand in the opposite direction. This is extension. So palm up toward the floor or toward the surface. Okay? Or as close as you can get. If your child's super tight and you're only getting that much movement, that's fine. That's just where you need to stretch. Okay, to open the hand, I'm going to have Jake hold it so you can see it. You're going to start with the thumb. this nice meaty part of the thumb, pull that out, and then spread the palm from the other side as well. Bring that thumb out and open those fingers. So here's Jake in the fully stretched position, elbows straight, the wrist extended, and the hand open with all the fingers and the thumb spread out. So this is your goal, but just as close as you can get. As long as you're stretching in this direction, that's what you need to do. Just work from wherever your child's at toward this goal. Okay, that's it for passive range of motion and stretching. Thank you for watching. Remember, I'm always available. If you have questions, you can email me. And remember to stay home, be safe, and I'll be back with another video in just a week or two. Thank you.